result of the outbreak, your city or entire region may be endangered by a lethal agent. If conditions at your location make this a possibility, you need to consider staying in place until the threat has subsided or blown over. The following steps will ensure that your home will serve as a biological or chemical safe haven. Select an inner room on an upstairs floor with the least number of windows and doors. Choose a large room with access to a bathroom and a telephone. Avoid using rooms with window air conditioners, as these are more difficult to seal. Again, remain calm and wait for further instructions from authorities.
So guys, in this video I decided to challenge myself to see if I could survive The Last of Us in hardcore Minecraft. And this is about as close as what you see in the games and the new series, which you should definitely check out by the way. I threw together around 45 mods to create this scenario, including Tough as Nails, Zombie Awareness, Mr. Crayfish's Gun mod, Lost Cities, and of course lots more. Some of these mods increase the difficulty over time and it can get a little overwhelming. Before we begin this challenge, I'd just like to say my name is Ghostlyy and this is my first ever hardcore playthrough and video of this style. So if you enjoy the video, please hit the subscribe button, give it a like, and if you'd like similar content like this in the future, let me know in the comments down below. Okay, back to the video.
Alright, here we are. We're in a pretty nice place straight. Okay, and it's begun.
After waking up, I was instantly met face to face with an infected chasing after me. I didn't expect this just yet, as I thought I'd have at least some time to grab the basic tools and equipment. I ran up one of the nearby hills and watched from a distance while collecting some wood, only to find out how quickly these guys can actually move.
Wait, what?
Now this definitely didn't help me, as from this part on I was paranoid that at any moment I could be ambushed from any direction.
Oh, I didn't like that. Trying to keep my head on a swivel now. I didn't like that at all. The fact that he just appeared and then just disappeared like that, not a fan.
Now you've probably realised that above my hunger bar is also my water meter, meaning I have to stay on top of drinking as well as eating. So I punched a couple of salmon in the face to get over the hunger, and this is where our friend from earlier decided to make another appearance.
Oh, there he is. Whoa, okay, that was a squid. Never mind, okay. Alrighty, let me just evict myself from this entire situation.
Now one of the things we see time and time again in zombie outbreaks, or even the apocalypse, is finding suitable shelter or a safe haven away from the madness. So I sheared some sheep and made up some basic stone tools as well as some seeds, so that way I could have a constant flow of food without having to worry about it.
Every zombie type or infected movie or series, there's always they always make the mistakes at the beginning, and I kind of want to go the opposite way and make mistakes at the end. Doesn't make any sense.
I also found some surface coal in this rocky terrain, so I made sure to grab a bunch for the furnaces I'll have in my base later, as using wood logs to cook isn't the most efficient in the apocalypse.
The aim of the game is to keep on moving.
As the sun set and no shelter in sight, I chose to keep things vanilla and dig in the side of the mountain to remain safe. I cooked up the food and smelted the glass into glass bottles so I could drink the water whilst on the move.
Okay, this is how everyone spends their first night in Minecraft.
This would be the first quiet night for a very long time. As the sun rose, I collected my drinks from the nearby stream and realised it probably wasn't the cleanest to drink, but hey, what other choice do I have here? Climbing the mountain above where I spent my first night, I looked for somewhere to immediately build a HQ and make it as safe as possible, and again bumped into a stray infected right at the top. Using the tools I had, I took it down and continued to collect more supplies for the base.
Gonna collect all these little extra bits here hanging off the tree. You know, you gotta be friendly to the tree.
Now these infected become stronger and stronger over time and can actually call out and communicate with other nearby infected, so I made sure to keep a close watch. I found this spot with a nice view of the pumpkin fields with a water source nearby, and it was elevated enough to be able to scout if needed. I decided this area here would become my safe haven.
I'm so paranoid right now. I don't know if you can tell by me just sprinting, looking around everywhere. You know, you can never go wrong with scouting out an area beforehand. I've watched Man vs. Wild like 100 times.
I carved out a basic area to make it easier to visualize what I wanted to build, as well as cutting down some larger trees here as I was still kind of paranoid. Using fence posts, I built a perimeter around the build spot and raised it 2 blocks high, just in case there's any big boys out there who want to come say hi when I least expect it. Now at this point I was still unsure if the infected were able to break down blocks, so it couldn't help to try and keep them out. Nighttime soon came, and by placing torches, I accidentally alerted all the infected in the area, meaning my little safe haven was now looking like a beacon.
As we can almost make like these little kill windows here.
To keep them at bay and to control them around the fences, I used slabs to create these kill windows where I was easily able to swipe at them without them getting too close.
Confidence is going up, ladies and gentlemen.
Thankfully, the sun came up pretty quick that night. With the confidence of the fence actually working, I created an airlock type door that would have 2 layers of security when coming in and out of the base.
Oh my god, we are hungry as well. See, I'm not paying attention to this. I'm so used to playing on creative that I'm very forgetful.
Catching more fish for dinner in the stream below, and eventually crafting a chest to dump all of the random blocks I'd found so far. Whilst taking down the same trees as earlier, I was startled by a strange noise.
What the hell is that? Was it like a war cry or something?
As well as the fact that they had somehow gotten into the base and were now waiting for me to come down.
Could have something like that, but wait. One of them is in. 2 of them are in. Did I leave the fence open?
As I began to take them out, they started calling out to others in the area, and almost waves of them kept coming throughout the night.
Please go away.
The realization set in once I noticed the fence gates I placed earlier were now fully turned into rubble from the strength of the infected. As I mentioned earlier, these guys do get stronger over time, so I was dreading what would happen later on.
No, wait, they broke. Wait, the fence is broken.
More and more of them kept breaking in, and I started to get worried. I swiped at them through the narrow gap in the airlock, and thankfully, after a while, they stopped coming too close. Making a small farm in one of the corners, I planted the seeds I'd gotten on day 1, and I also made some basic armor from the rotten flesh I collected from the horde.
Boom. Pure protection. Okay. Progress needs to be made here, ASAP.
The next day, it was time to explore the area, and with the mission to find iron, I had my sights set, to which the supply wasn't exactly great, and let me tell you that I couldn't find iron anywhere. I don't know why, but it just seemed as rare as diamonds at this stage.
Aha! Iron, here we are. Pretty sure that's iron, yeah? Wow, 2 iron. Perfect. Oh, okay.
On the journey, I found some unknown ore, marked it with the torches, and moved on until I came across a shipwreck right at the edge of the shoreline.
Whoa, hold on. We found a shipwreck. I think this is a shipwreck. We found it, we found it.
Inside the wreck was a compass, some books, paper, and a treasure map, which was perfect. Upon leaving the wreckage, an underwater structure like a tunnel caught my attention, and this was something I was not ready for just yet.
There's a bear over there. I don't really want to risk to see if it's friendly or not, so I'm just going to avoid that.
The sun was setting, but I really wanted to find the treasure, and thankfully it was very close to the wreck itself.
So if north is... It's basically north. My base is basically north. Somewhere around here. But I keep hearing things. Wait. Oh, I see it, I see it. Oh my god. Okay.
After feeling like I just won the jackpot, I grabbed as much as I could and headed straight back to HQ. But before we reached the base, I got slightly distracted.
Water, they can deal with water, but it looks like they just sink. Doesn't look like they can actually swim. No, thank you.
I attempted to research the infected to see if I could find any weak points to help me in the wasteland.
Hey, don't ruin my sunset, buddy.
The first chunk of iron got smelted right into a bucket for the farm, as well as a pickaxe to pick up the unknown ore that I marked earlier. And there was a lot more of this ore than the iron itself, so I grabbed all of it.
Alright, we're doing good. I think progress is going to be made here today.
Back at the base, I dumped the water into one of the streams in the farm to help it grow just a little quicker, as punching salmon every day was getting a little old.
Alright, now we just need to do this like 20 more times.
I began smelting the black metal ore, to which I had collected 32 so far, so I was feeling pretty confident. After researching recipes, I came across a weapon that would be a lot more useful than the stone sword I had currently, as well as an upgrade to my armor.
I mean, yeah, it looks pretty cool, I guess. Blade, and then one of these, and then we get a katana. Look at that. Oh boy. We mean business.
Using logs that I cut down from the trees earlier, I placed some of the corners on the fences. This probably makes no difference in terms of structure security, but it made sense in my mind, so just roll with it. Looking back at the farm, which was now working pretty well, it still needed a bunch more water to be fully effective. So by making an infinite water source, that issue was sure to be taken care of. I noticed these 2 little chickens hanging out down by the stream and tried to get them to follow me back to the base, but that didn't work out too well.
You know what? No.
I filled in the rest of the farm, and that was another thing that was ticked off my list. From this point on, food would no longer be an issue.
Oh no, 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 no. Okay. We have got 2 eggs. I'm thinking if luck is on our side here.
The following day, it was time to spend as much time as possible getting rid of these trees that hung over the HQ, and this took a whole day and a half to get it to the point where I wasn't as paranoid that an infected would randomly ambush me.
We do need some serious upgrades on the rest of our armor though, I can't lie.
It was finally time to explore the area and to go deeper into the wasteland. This pumpkin biome seems to go on a lot longer than I expected originally, making it very easy to get turned around. But thankfully, I knew my home was roughly north. I was on the hunt to find a woodland type village, so I kept moving forward.
Let's try out the shield. Boom! Just like that.
Through the trees, I spotted something unnatural. A large structure of some kind, and was greeted by whoever lived there before the infection started.
Oh lord. Okay, it looks like we've found a completely desolate city. Damn, this place is gone. Oh. Oh! Oh my god.
Yes, I did just get scared by a crow. It's a dangerous world out there, you never know. Without paying attention, it became night without me realizing, and this was pretty eerie. A completely empty city and no noises but the distant calls of the infected noticing my footsteps from within the buildings.
Oh. Okay, no. I think that's, no. Oh look, they're all in there. Oh my god, he just broke the door. Oh boy. There's just more. They just keep coming. They just don't stop.
After taking out the first horde, I decided it was best to sail out into the water and wait for the sun to rise.
There's one there, like, he's just admiring the view.
Once daylight hit, it was time to head back into the ruined city to see if I could find any more loot. And these buildings went pretty deep into the surface, sometimes even having 2 or 3 basements.
There is a chest down there. Oh, yes. So we were after a village and we found an abandoned city. So I guess that's kind of, I mean, I still want to find a village though.
I kept heading north to see what else I could find and found what seems like an infinite highway. I mean, this thing looked like it went on forever. Probably connecting to another city or something. But I wasn't prepared to be fighting on a bridge all night with my katana already being half damaged.
Big old ravine. And some iron. I see some iron. We're going to go for that. Gotta do this fast.
I spent the evening again out in the water. I knew this was the best option as I know it can get pretty foggy and dark late at night and using torches was out of the question. On my way back to the HQ, I did manage to find this little guy just vibing out on a pumpkin patch, which was pretty awesome.
Look at this. Oh, it's nice to be back to this bed.
I built a campfire and started on the beginnings of what would be a small cabin by laying out the basic foundation and adding smaller structure supports around it. I kept working on the house for a full day to get a good level of progress on it, getting the main walls and windows in place, as well as finally organising my chest, which didn't last long.
Look at that, look at that, look at that.
And that same night is when the horde tried to break in yet again, and this is where I could tell you that they had been growing in numbers, as well as strength.
So they're definitely growing in numbers, I can definitely tell you that. Excuse me sir, can I help you? I mean, it doesn't look too bad. It's getting there.
The hunt for a civilized village was still a hope in my mind, so I hit the wasteland again in hopes of finding one, but came across a familiar spot instead.
Wait, this is where I spawned. Good times.
The bridge that I'd first seen was made out of my favourite wood type, spruce, which was the material I wanted to make the cabin out of way back before I started building it. So I made sure to collect as much of it as I could.
Fun fact, when I actually started playing Minecraft back in the day, I actually started on Xbox. and spruce was the way to go.
Continuing my exploration, I stumbled across a cave and was treated to yet again a rare find.
I'm pretty sure this is like a spawner, right?
Now the loot wasn't too great, I was hoping for another iron jackpot, but still, loot is loot.
See, just going into that one cave attracted quite a few of them, it seems. I'm slowly learning the patterns here.
Using the bones I found in the chest, I tried my luck at a wolf and got it first try.
Oh my god.
I was glad to have someone watch my back out here and help me if needed.
Look at him paddling. Look at his little legs.
My luck would be working in full effect as while sailing down the river, this happened.
Oh, cobwebs as well. Nice. I need string for a backpack.
Until it wore off completely and I suddenly wanted nothing to do with this abandoned city.
The blood moon? Oh, hell no. No.
Now, if you didn't know, the blood moon makes it so the infected grow in numbers by a ton.
No. Okay, no. Even the dog's freaking out.
Making them stronger and way faster than I'd seen before, as well as this guy right here. I tried keeping them at bay on the shore, but they kept on coming, attempting to surround me and my wolf from every angle.
Ow.
I couldn't have been happier when the sun finally rose and I knew it would be at least a few days before the next one. We kept sailing until we found what would be the biggest city we found so far, and it was massive.
Oh.
So I took a quick peek inside one of the chests and found the best loot so far. But before I attempted entering it, I needed to have more gear at my disposal.
Alright, we're out.
So I waited out the thunderstorm before heading back home. This is where I wanted to restart the human race and get our population back on track. Waking up the next morning, I was greeted by an unwelcome guest. After making sure I wasn't going to make the same mistake, I carried out building on the cabin. With most of the roof in place, I was feeling pretty happy with how it turned out.
Okay, that looks atrocious. And then do this. Sure.
This time I decided to head south, and I didn't find too much on my journey apart from some strange smaller structures, as well as this
Thick boy.
What the hell is that?
Approaching this little house, it occurred to me that this could have been a survivor's home. With the boarded up windows, I thought I'd finally met someone else out here in the wasteland.
This looks like it would be like a... Oh. A golf... Oh! Hello!
And I think I found the owner of this cabin just outside when the sun came up. Unfortunately, the virus had hit him as well.
Oh my god, look at him. Is this guy like a zombie, but he just looks human or something? Oh, he is. It is a zombie. Like a really buffed up, tanky zombie. Oh yeah, this guy takes a lot of hits, my god. Oh yeah, you can see it around his mouth, look. He's like covered in ooze. See how, oh, that is actually gross. That is so grim. Ugh. Oh god. Okay, he wasn't as tanky as the Juggernaut though, holy.
I punched some more salmon for dinner to mix it up from the bread and headed back to base. After looking what gear I wanted to craft next, I realised that there are actually craftable guns that existed out here in the apocalypse, but I haven't yet found, so I wanted to try making my own. I made this work table using light grey concrete and more iron, and this is where it was getting serious. I now had a fully operational gun making station, but of course the main material needed was iron. But the good news is that I was finally able to craft a backpack.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've done it.
Now I needed a steady supply of iron, and by checking out the same underwater tunnels I saw way back, I realised that there was just rails sitting there ready for the taking, which meant that I would no longer be searching far and wide for iron. But before I got there, the infected were already waiting for me. I quickly jumped into the tunnel and collected as many rails as I could, along with some redstone torches before making my escape.
Hey, come back. I don't think so.
The painful truth hit me as soon as I got back home. I don't know why, but this made sense in my mind. Smelting iron rails to get ingots or even the slightest some iron nuggets, but I got nothing at all.
It doesn't work.
It was time to revert back to the method of just solid mining until I could find iron, and I wasn't going to give up this time. And it wasn't long until I had a good amount to work with. I didn't mind before, as I thought I'd just come across it in shallow caves and ravines, how wrong I would be. As if my mind wasn't numb from all the strip mining, I had a new problem to deal with. My pickaxe had broken along with my sword, and I had no more materials on me to craft any more. With the infected blocking the entrance and not knowing how many there were, I took a risk and used my golden apple as a backup and broke out of the mine, only realizing it was 3. And man, these guys were getting faster and faster, so I ran home and began smelting the iron I'd collected and started working on the new weapons. Remember when I said that these guys were getting smarter over time? Well, they followed me all the way from the mine right to my front door. It was finally time to craft something better than a sword or katana, and I chose the pistol. There it is.
Oh boy, look at this.
As I wanted to have some iron left over for the bullets, to which I crafted a bunch. With our new pistol made, there was only one thing left to do: wipe out every single infected in the big city and get it ready for a new civilization. I was no longer scared from entering these buildings, but the noises got more and more intense as they started to wake up from all around me. As night fell over the broken towers, more and more started to break their way out onto the surface, smashing windows and doors. They were all being alerted to my presence. With the massacre that followed, the sun came up and the city stood quiet. The infected were defeated from this city. This is where we would start anew. It would be the ultimate safe haven for people to live. With no more bullets, I headed back home, thinking back to all the times I had been scared of the infected, all the things I'd seen. Only one mission remained: find the people to respark humanity in the city. I hung up my pistol as a reminder of hope, gave my wolf a treat, and hit the hay knowing we were winning. For now. Alrighty guys, there it is. That was my first hardcore survival video, and I think I did pretty good. I had a ton of fun making this video, and I had a great time playing it as well. If you guys have any feedback or would like to see more hardcore survival videos similar to this, or even a part 2 to this video, make sure to let me know in the comments down below. I hope you guys enjoyed the experience, and if you did, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button for more chaos in the future. Bye.